I made a video yesterday being critical of Taylor Swift. I know you think I would know better, but I think we should talk about it. Let me catch up. The Trump administration used an Olivia Rodrigo song in an ICE video, right? And Olivia Rodrigo was very open, was very loud about how she doesn't want them to use her music to promote their propaganda racist bullshit. About 6 days ago, the Trump administration also used Ophelia in a White House video. And since then, Taylor Swift has said, nothing. The comments I've been getting, well, Stephen Colbert, she wrote something with him. She did not. That was all Stephen Colbert and his team. She had nothing to do with that unofficial video. That's why it was unofficial, right? Well, she's not obligated to speak out against this. You're right, she's not. She has no obligation. No famous person has any obligation to ever talk about politics ever, right? We talk about that constantly. No obligation. But why don't they want to? Across all of my social media, I have a little bit more than 5 million people that follow me, right? That have given me this opportunity, this platform, right? This privilege. And a small thing I can do for them is advocate and support them when it's specifically an administration is shitting on them directly. I feel compelled to do that because they've supported me and I want to give that support and love back. I have the platform that can reach millions of people to do that. So why wouldn't I? That's where my disconnect is. Why doesn't Taylor Swift want to do that right now? Not 5 years ago, not when she made Miss Americana, right now, because the game is different. Society, politics, this world is different right now than it was then. It was easier to speak out against stuff then. It's a lot harder now. And you guys are like, well, she endorsed Kamala Harris in 2024. That was a year ago. And actually, since Trump has taken office, she's been very, very silent. Incredibly quiet. Actually, she has not spoken out against anything, which is odd because she was so political before. Everyone keeps saying she was very political before. Where is that now? Well, she's probably scared to do so. So were these people. So were these people. They were also scared to speak out. But you know what they don't have that Taylor Swift does? $1 billion. That can give you private security. That can give you a gated community that you can live in so people can't go in and attack you. That can give you bulletproof glass to walk behind, right? She has a lot of privilege that these people don't. And yet they're in the streets advocating, they're in the streets shouting, and they're in the streets using their voices. I have to believe she's moving it in silence. Why? Because her song is not silent. The song being used is very loud. And here's the thing. Everyone, oh, well, she doesn't like Trump because he's critical of her. The last thing Trump has actually said about her was a glowing review, was congratulating her for getting engaged and saying that she's a wonderful, talented person. And then a few weeks later, this song is being used. The optics don't look good at the very, very least. But she's probably, maybe she's suing him. I haven't seen that. No, I heard she's suing for $200 million. I haven't seen any sources saying that. In fact, everything I've read, they said they've reached out to her PR team and they don't respond. She doesn't typically create drama. Well, that is simply untrue. Simply untrue. Look at all of the albums she's created. And here's the thing, I like Taylor Swift. I like her. One of my favorite songs of all time is All Too Well, 10-minute version. She likes the drama. That's why she's an artist, right? To sit there and talk about it. And we eat it up. We like it. You can't sit there and say she typically doesn't create drama. Ma'am, come on. That's not true. Let's be honest about it. I'm not sitting here saying, oh, she's ugly and mean and stupid and all these things. I'm not name calling. I'm being critical, which is a huge difference, right? We demanded more from Target and Starbucks and Hobby Lobby and Chick-fil-A and all these corporations. We protested them and we stopped going and giving them our money, right? Taylor Swift is a person. She's also a business, though. She's a business. And I guess I just don't understand that we can love something and be critical of it. We can love something and say, you know what? Yeah, I do want more from you. Because I don't want to be giving my money and supporting someone who is staying silent and complacent. That's all I'm saying.